Okay, Steve, thanks for joining us. After 2 wins on the trot, Farnborough first up, 1-0. Very entertaining here at the Rayman.
Yeah, I mean, we had our bit of luck in it, didn't we? Which we haven't had all season. Don't ask me for any sympathy, because we've been on the wrong end of that, 9 or 10 times this season. So I thought the sending off was, if it was a sending off, then certainly Sam Roberts was a sending off. So I think we probably got away with one there, and that's probably defined the game in a way. So we've had a little bit of luck. We've made the most of it. We weren't great first half. Tried to explain at half time what we needed to do against 10 men. And I thought second half, I think I can remember Charlie Kennedy giving the ball away once in the second half. Aside from that, I thought we played really, really well. And we could and should have won by 4 or 5. Having said that, if I remember back to their game, I think the game at their place finished off very similarly, where they had one chance. We had one chance and might have scored. I think it was Calv at the far post, and they had a plethora of one-on-ones against.
It was a mad quarter now, wasn't it?
Yeah, where they could have. So the games were quite similar in a way, apart from obviously sending off.
Yeah, and then we moved on to Wimborne away. Trip down south, and a similar 1-0 result.
Yeah, I mean, we've had to change it around yet again. Obviously, Sam Roberts wasn't available. Balbaghi wasn't available. Sam Hill struggled through the game. Josh Wakefield came back from an illness. Ollie Knowles obviously had to come off on the Saturday against Farnborough because he couldn't breathe. So, yet again, a plethora of problems, injuries. But I thought we were really, really good. It wasn't, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a classic. I didn't expect it to be. But we stayed in the game, we stayed with them when they had the ball, and at times they were quite dangerous. Harry Morgan kept dropping off in that hole, and we had to get that sorted pretty early on in the game. We managed the game brilliantly, should have won by more, there's no doubt about that, and we're very, very much in control of that game. So, I'm very mindful when I put the team together. We've got a centre half who hasn't played for a while. We've got 2 midfielders who are coming off the back of injuries, illnesses, sorry. And you're putting the side together. You have to make sure that you're going to stay in the game and be strong, like we were against Farnborough. And then if you need to make substitutions, you need to be that little bit more positive in your approach. Then you can do it. But I thought the way that we set up, Charlie Davis obviously had to go back to right back. Calv had to go to right wing. We keep having to swap things around all the time. But it really did work the other night. And I thought, as I say, I never felt uncomfortable. I always thought we were in control. And as I say, if we won by 2 or 3, I don't think anyone could have complained.
And a quality finish from Charlie Davis for the.
It was a fantastic finish. I mean, Calv's a bit unlucky just before that. You think, the opportunity's gone, and then Charlie picks it up and from that position smashes it in, and it was that was a good decision by the manager to play him right back, wasn't it? No, it was. I thought he did well. As I say, I thought Calv did well. As I say, considering we've had to change it around yet again.
And Diaz put in quite a shift, I thought.
I think he's been fantastic the last 2 or 3 months. I've got to say. I mean, he's been, I think, the only player who's sort of played a few games this season. I was looking at the appearances, and it's incredible how many people have missed so many games. But no, he's benefiting from playing every match.
His work rate.
That's what we keep talking about. A lot of these players are coming back and they're playing to get fit, and they're trying to get fit, and we're not seeing the best of them because we haven't got the numbers at the football club to allow them to get fit through training and get themselves in a position where they can come back at the right time. So I think Antonio has benefited from staying fit, so to speak, and that would be the case with many of these players if we'd managed to do that, but we simply haven't been able to.
We'll continue the injury discussion as we do most of these videos, but it looks like Josh Summerton's season is done and dusted.
Yeah, there's a few. Obviously Shawnee's done, Marv's done, Josh is done, and 1 or 2 others that we'll be having a look at. Obviously Charlie Kennedy came off the other day, wasn't in a great state, got a late one. Sam Roberts will take a rain check on, Balbaghi will take a rain check on, and obviously there's 1 or 2 that won't even be up for consideration. So it's okay. We don't need a fully fit squad. Nobody's going to probably have that this time of the year, but we do need a semblance of a of a chance. And whether or not we've still got 5 or 6 players out, and yet we're winning games of football. So that tells you, what sort of state of affairs it was, only 3 or 4 weeks ago.
As well as the 2 wins, some more good news is that the chairman announced this week that the lease has been extended.
Yeah, I mean, I'm as pleased as everyone else, because he has been somewhat sidetracked slightly by that, should we say, and understandably, when I'm sort of all about the football and trying to get players and stuff like that, and he's very much, this first and foremost has to be dealt with, and I think he's worked very, very hard to get that. It's taken an awful lot of time and effort. And as I say, I'm pleased now, because I might be able to get a little bit more of his attention to what I need, which is try and start getting some players signed back on. And obviously, I think everybody's seen, if we can get a semblance, not a fully fit squad, but a semblance of a squad together, we can be really competitive at this level. There's no reason why we can't be right up there challenging for the playoffs and whatever in this league. But I think people have, and I think they do, they've got to understand that obviously it's been very, very difficult to even put a team out, much less get something that's we can go to war with.
Looking forward to the trip to Merthyr tomorrow. Long old trip over into Wales.
Yeah. I mean, it's the good thing about that is it's it's 4G, so it'll be a nice surface, and yeah, it's a nice ground to go to. We always tend to have a good game there. So absolutely.
We've not been for a while. It's been a few years since it's been.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
So they didn't play last year.
No. So I think it's a place that they like to play football. They like to get it down, and we're that sort of side. And I think at this stage, this has probably been the most enjoyable part of the season so far. So why wouldn't we want to go and play a game of football? It's been very, very tough for 6 or 7 months. Even though we've got still got a few injuries, we're okay. We've got a semblance of a side and a team that we can go there, and we know that we'll give them a good game.
Despite the long trip and the cold weather this weekend, there's quite a few fans making the trip. I know there's a coach going, and many others will be making their own way there. So,
amazing what a couple of wins can do.
Yeah. So to be fair, the coach has been booked for a few weeks.
No,
actually.
brilliant.
So,
look. We know that we've got fantastically loyal supporters. So hopefully we can give them another result, which would be nice.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, Steve. We'll see you tomorrow.
Pleasure.
Cheers.